What's going on, YouTubers? I'm gonna try and be peacefully calm because there's other people in the store and I don't want to necessarily annoy them. But I wanted to introduce you new schoolers to the old school version of American cheeseburger. This right here is White Castle. And this right here is a 1921 slider. I had this for the first time back when I was in elementary school. My Sunday school teachers introduced me to the White Castle cheeseburger slider. These are good. Some people don't like them, but they're pretty tasty. I also got my Chipotle because you know me, I'm a healthy guy. But today is Proverbs 15. And yeah. I wanted to get the first bite in before I start reading the scriptures to you. It's always better fresh. Remember that. Wow. Still really good. So, what is yesteryear of America, and what did it look like? Sure didn't look like the cell phone internet age that we live in now, with all of its provocativeness and, you know, all the other things that go on the online realm. But classic America was about freedom. It was about cars, girls, and doing what you want on a weekend. That's kind of what I like about the Bible. It's old school meets new school. You know what I mean? And it's still practical. Everything you read in this book is practical to your life and its success. So, Proverbs 15. A soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger. So how do you speak amongst your friends, amongst your enemies? Do you speak softly, or do you speak grievous words that stir up strife and contention? The tongue of the wise useth knowledge aright, but the mouth of fools poureth out foolishness. The eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. A wholesome tongue is a tree of life, but perverseness therein is a breach in the spirit. And a breach, you guys know, is like when we're at White Castle, right? Well, castles had walls, and when a wall was breached, it means that enemy armies were able to get in the castle, get in its defenses. So if you have perverseness in your tongue, it's a breach in your spirit, not just your walls, but your spirit. Lord Jesus, I confess evil speech. I confess swearing and saying things I should not. Restore the breach, O Lord. Restore my spirit, O Lord. A fool despiseth his father's instruction, but he that regardeth reproof is prudent. In the house of the righteous is much treasure, but in the revenues of the wicked is trouble. So in a righteous person's house there is treasures, and in a wicked person's revenues, what they gain, there's trouble, something wrong regarding their revenues. The lips of the wise disperse knowledge, but the heart of the foolish doeth not so. So wise people share knowledge. Foolish people do not. They don't teach. They don't try and educate the next generation or the current generation. The sacrifice of the wicked is an abomination to the Lord, but the prayer of the upright is his delight. God delights in your prayers. He delights to hear from you. The way of the wicked is an abomination unto the Lord, but he loveth him that follow after righteousness. So, the way of evil people, God hates. He abhors it. It's an abomination. But he who loveth him that followeth after righteousness, like the Lord loves him who follows after what is right. Correction is grievous unto him that forsaketh the way, and he that hateth reproof shall die. So it's good to be corrected. If you're in the wrong, you'd rather be corrected than continue in your wrong, right? Right. Makes sense. Like back when I used to point my finger and frown with my face and wink my eye, like I'm thankful that Jesus Christ corrected my sinful ways. And it's given me a lot better life. Even if I'm not abundantly rich, I have everything I need. Better is a little with righteousness than great revenues with wickedness. Hell and destruction are before the Lord. How much more than the hearts of the children of men? So imagine like God sitting on his throne, and before him is an open fire. And that fire isn't just like a fireplace, it's like the living hell. What does that say about God if hell is before God's throne and before him? It's in front of him. Like the destruction of his enemies is in front of him. He fears nothing. God, imagine that thought. God is fearless. He has nothing to be afraid of. Nobody can destroy him. Nobody can overcome him. He is the greatest. A scorner loveth not one that reproveth him, neither will he go unto the wise. A merry heart maketh a cheerful countenance, but by sorrow of the heart the spirit is broken. So it's good to have joy in your life, but it's also good to meditate on sorrow. You know, with my mom going through some pretty serious losses, it's good to bear other people's griefs. You know, one of her friends passed away from colon cancer, just like my dad did, and I'm still grieving the loss of my own dad. So it's good to have joy and to stay happy and cheerful and chipper, but you should also meditate on sorrow and what those mean to you, what you've lost, and why it hurts so much. The heart of him that hath understanding seeketh knowledge, but the mouth of fools feedeth on foolishness. So, a heart of him who has understanding seeketh knowledge, like the heart seeks knowledge. And I think it's interesting that when people seek love, right, they're not just seeking a person, like they're seeking something from their heart. You know, when people say I love you, they don't put I love you by your head. They put I love you by putting their hand on their heart. There's something about the heart that is so directly connected to love, like a heartbeat. The very life beat is in your heart. So I don't say I love you, I say I love you. The heart of him that hath understanding seeketh knowledge, but the mouth of fools feedeth on foolishness. All the days of the afflicted are evil, but he that is of a merry heart hath a continual feast. Like I said, I don't want to be getting too loud because there's other people here. I don't want to annoy them, but I'm in self-control mode right now because I only got one of these. But I'm telling you, there's some people that would eat like 10 of these, and it's no joke. Like, they down 10, they'd go through 10 of these, maybe even 20. They're all really good.
Well, you have to expect, like, look at it, I have to expect us to work with 3 people during a lunch rush, but then there's still another 30 that's not possible.
is where you go to order. You go to order and that's like, to order.
Yeah, I only just got one, so it's not my fault. It's when you get somebody that orders 20 sliders and it's like, I need them now. That's the problem.
My hours are counted into the week. So, yeah, they want, like, if they want me to work, like, extra.
That's a good slider. Just one, though.
They want me to work
For all you
extra,
fatties out there, just chill out. Like, maybe get like 7, maybe 5. Then try and work your way to just
I
one.
need to come in, I know that's my responsibility, my job, no problem. But when I have employees that want to work in 1 hour, why am I going to work a 50-hour week? For what? For what? Corporate, they ain't getting it.
Better is little with the fear of the Lord than great treasure and trouble therewith. Better is little with the fear of the Lord than great treasure and trouble therewith. So, riches with peace is a good thing. Riches without peace, not a very good thing. Better is a dinner of herbs where love is. Love is patient and kind. Love does not exalt itself over you, but love is humble and longs to listen to you. Better is a dinner of herbs where love is than a stalled ox and hatred therewith. A wrathful man stirreth up strife, but he that is slow to anger appeaseth strife. The way of the slothful man is an hedge of thorns, but the way of the righteous is made plain. A wise son maketh a glad father, but a foolish man despiseth his mother. Folly is joy to him that is destitute of wisdom, but a man of understanding walketh uprightly. Without counsel, purposes are disappointed, but in the multitude of counselors, they are established. Without counsel, purposes are disappointed, but in the multitude of counselors, they are established. So it's good to have many wise voices around you in your life. It's good to have multiple counselors, not just one. A man hath joy by the answer of his mouth, and a word spoken in due season, how good it is. How good is it? You know, this section of Proverbs really focuses on the voice, the mouth, your words. What are your words like? Do you meditate on how your speech influences those around you? The way of life is above to the wise. That he may depart from hell beneath. So the way of life is above for the wise, that he may depart from hell below. The Lord will destroy the house of the proud, but he will establish the border of the widow. God cares about widows. He cares about orphans. The thoughts of the wicked are an abomination to the Lord, but the words of the pure are pleasant words. The words of the pure are pleasant. He that is greedy of gain troubleth his own house, but he that hateth gifts shall live. Bribes. He that hates a bribe shall live. It's not good to be led by money. It's good to be led by God's Spirit and justice. So hate bribes. He that is greedy of gain troubleth his own house, but he that hateth bribes shall live. The heart of the righteous, the heart. There's something so deep about the heart of man and the heart of a righteous man. The heart of the righteous studieth to answer. He studies how to respond. But the mouth of the wicked poureth out evil things. I'm almost done here, 5 verses left. The Lord is far from the wicked, but he heareth the prayer of the righteous. The light of the eyes rejoiceth the heart, And a good report maketh the bones fat, maketh strong the bones. So good news makes you healthy, makes your bones strong. That's what the gospel is. Jesus Christ died on the cross and rose from the grave. And if you believe in him, you will have eternal life. That's eternal good news. So good news makes the bones strong. Good report. The ear that heareth the reproof of life abideth among the wise. He that refuseth instruction despiseth his own soul, but he that heareth reproof getteth understanding. The fear of the Lord is the instruction of wisdom, and before honor is humility. And that's a very good verse as well. The fear of the Lord is the instruction of wisdom, and before you are honored, you must be humble. So, there is my Proverbs reading from the classic American restaurant, or fast food restaurant, the original White Castle. So, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed what you heard. And go buy some sliders. I mean, get these people some more business. They're already pretty busy. So. It's been a while since I've been here. Still good. 1921 sliders, brothers. I could probably eat like 15, but I just chose one. Peace.